Hello, Kirsty here today. Today I am going to be talking about my last 5-star reads that I've read. I've been away for a little while from the channel because I've been really busy with exam marking and end of term and GCSE papers and all this kind of stuff. I've still been kept reading a little bit, and what I want to do today was highlight some books I've really loved while I've been away. So here we go. One book I read recently really loved was this one, Night Owls by Jenn Bennett. I believe that she's written books before and they've been adult. I've never come across them as an American author. I loved this book. I loved the main characters completely. You've got Beatrice and Jack, and I absolutely adored their relationship over the course of the book because it wasn't this usual sappy rubbish. It was really interesting, and I just loved those. I also love the proofs. Each proof has a different word on. There's 10 different words and they're all related to the story. A lot of people compared this to Graffiti Moon by Clarke. I actually think this is a lot better and really enjoyed it, so definitely worth a look. Another book I read recently was Lauren James's The Next Together. The history geek in me just died for this book. It was just wonderful. It slips backwards and forwards through time and follows about 5 different story threads, and I just loved it. I'm looking forward to the sequel. I'm assuming it's a sequel because it's on Goodreads book 2, but I'm not sure how it will work as a sequel, but I'm excited anyway. It's just perfect. It's out in September and it's definitely worth a look because it's wonderful. And one of my 5-star reads was the latest Darcy Burdock. I probably don't need to introduce Darcy Burdock to any of you who've watched my videos before because you'll know I'm a huge Laura Dockrill fan, and this book was no exception. It was just wonderful at every level, actually. Darcy's just beautiful and she's lovely with her little quirky smile and her quirky ways. What I really loved about this book is it brought up the ideas of how hard it is to survive as a family who haven't got a huge income, because at this point Darcy's family have a problem with money, and it's just realistic in that portrayal, and I thought it was wonderful. I've also read and loved The Lost and Found. I'm not going to tell you too much detail about it because our book club video this month is about this book. Needless to say, I loved it. I love Clarke's books anyway, and this was just as good as her previous ones and definitely worth a look. Finally, I read this book, Unbecoming by Jenny Downham. I don't think it's out to the new year, but I might be wrong about that. It's not out for a while, but it's definitely one to add to your wish list. Jenny Downham wrote Before I Die and You Against Me. This one is just as strong as those, in my opinion, if not possibly a little bit more. And it's just wonderful. It's the story of 3 generations of the same family, so the grandmother, the mother and the daughter. And the grandmother comes back into the family, having been away for pretty much all of the existence of this family's life. And it uncovers the secrets to why she's been missing, why she hasn't been there. It looks in a bit more detail about the mother. The daughter has a really interesting storyline as she's come to terms with who she is, and it's just wonderful. I pretty much gobbled this up in one sitting, and I want to read it again because it's just perfect YA. It's as wonderful as I hoped it would be. It's just wonderful. So, they are my last 5-star reads, 5-star reads. All of them I thoroughly recommend because they are just marvellous.